Hello everybody. Today we're working on question number 5, which is telling us that the two spirals in this picture differ only by the turn angle. And then it tells us to draw both. Okay. And so the first thing I did when I was working on it, I imported turtle. So I said import turtle, and then I said wn is equal to turtle.screen, capital S, to get the window to work. And then this is for the color, the background color of the window. And I said light green because that's the color of this. That's the color of the background. And then Alex, which is the name that I gave my turtle, although you could give it any other name. You could give it Tess, you could give it Mike, any name. I gave it Alex. And then the color of Alex, as we can see in this picture, is blue. As well, you can use any color as long as the color is defined and Turtle can recognize it. You can use any color. And so I also went ahead and gave it a title, which I didn't have to because it didn't ask me for a title, but I did it anyway. And this is the speed. So this alex.speed gives us the speed of the diagram. So meaning like if the speed was 0, it would be so fast. Like when Alex is drawing whatever shape I tell it to, it's gonna do it faster than any others. But 1 is slow, 2 is slow, all the way to 10, which is fast. But 0 is the fastest. And then I went ahead and defined the function. So I said define, and then the function was a square function, and then we put the parameters in parentheses. And so the name, it's a square. And then I also did a triple string doc statement, which is used to give more information about the function. And then I said it's to get Alex to draw a square of size SZ, and then I gave size SZ to be SZ plus 3, and then for I in range 4, that's for the range, that's the for loop, and then the angle at 90 degrees, and to move forward the size. And then I used another function command. And so because it's a square in a square, I said square of squares. And then I gave it 3 parameters. T for Alex, SC for the size, and N for the number of squares that we want. And so I also used another triple quote string statement, which was to get to get total T to draw a square of squares getting larger with equal distance from each other, so equidistant. And then I used the sum accumulator. The first thing you do when you're working with the sum accumulator is you initialize it by setting it to 0. And then I said for I in range n, the for loop statement again. And I used range n because the number of because the number of times we want the square repeating itself may vary. I might want it to repeat itself 50 times or just 5 times or 10 times. And so I said range n. And then I said sum accumulator is equal to sum accumulator plus 10. That is to get the size to increase on each square. And then now I changed the parameters. The square still has 2 parameters, but now it has t and the sum accumulator. And then we put the pen up, forward 5, left 90 degrees, backward 5, and then right 90 degrees and pen down. And then we went ahead, and then I went ahead and I called the function. So square of squares, and then I put the parameters. So Alex, and then the size is 5, that's the original size, and then I want 10 squares. So I'm gonna go ahead and run the function, and let's see what we get. And see, we get the function. And so now for the second half, but they told us that the both of them differ only by the turn of the angle, and we're supposed to draw both. So that means we're not supposed to change anything else except the turn of the angle. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and comment this out. And comment this by using the alternate for key. And so for this one, everything else is the same except the turn of the angle. And for the first one, the angle was 90 degrees because it's a perfect square. But now I used 89 degrees. They said it differs only by the turn angle. So everything else is the same. The turn loop, everything else, the for loop, the square size, the forward, the backward. The only thing that changes is the size of the angle. And whatever size I use for the square is the angle size that I use throughout. 89, 89. And then, however, this time the it the the initial size of the square changes. Instead of 5, now it's a 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it. And as we can see it drawing four sides each time, indicating a square. It's just the angle that's changed. And this is it. And that's how we do it. So both of them are the same. The only thing that differs is the size of the angle. I hope you all learned something today. So thanks for joining me today on learning how to do number 5. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.